What's good, YouTube? Jonathan Moore here with Paul Cooper's deck profile. Paul Cooper over here. And according to Paul, he did not go into his extra deck the entire weekend, and he also wants to give a shout out to Super Special Awesome Cards. They've re-sponsored him, so it's great to have him back. And let's get into the deck. We have 2 copies of Qliphort Scout, 1 Monolith, and he chose to go with 2 Helix and 2 Carrier, 2 Stealth, and 2 copies of Disc, 1 copy of Qliphort Shell, and 1 Qliphort Cephalopod. If you don't know what this card does, when this card is tribute summoned by tributing a Qli monster, you can activate this effect. If your opponent has more monsters in their graveyard than you do, you gain life points equal to the difference, times 300. And if you do, inflict the same amount of damage to your opponent. So, it's one of the very few, Qliphort, well, it's an 8-star, right? 2, 4, 6, no, 7. So everything that's 7/8 gets effects when they're tribute summoned, and the rest get effects when they're tributed, like Helix and Carrier. So what Cephalopod does is, basically in matches like Necroz, it can just mean game at certain points, and it can also get you back life points to keep using Scout. And it's very good also going into matches with time. So 3 copies of Max C and 3 copies of Ailer. This allows him to run a less trap-heavy build and only run the Floodgates. 3 Pot of Duality, 1 Sacrifice, 3 Summoner's Arts, 3 Upstart Goblins, 3 Mystical Space Typhoons, 1 copy of Laser Clip, 1 copy of Skill Drain, and 1 Emptiness, as they're both limited to 1, 1 Recreate, and 3 copies of Lose 1 Turn, the new, basic Floodgate that just negates everything that's special summoned, and 1 copy of Clement Change. Now, into the side deck, 3 Ghost, Ogre, and Snow Rabbit, 3 Spell Shattering Arrow, 3 Black Horn of Heaven. Paul told me it was ruled that it stops the entire Pendulum summon at this regional, so that's interesting. And 3 Mirror Force. It's in the OCG it's ruled that way, but in the TCG I don't believe so. And then 3 Artifact Lancias. So we have all 3 of them in the extra decks to draw them consistently, and he said all 12 of these cards were for the mirror match, and Lancia was for Necroz. So, shoutouts to Paul Cooper. He's a regular on the channel. Check out some of the other videos with him in the videos before YCS's, and huge shoutouts to getting 2nd place at this regional.